yet another video. The one reason dating coaches are not going anywhere. Yeah, and well, I ain't going to leave you in suspense. One word: sex. Now, why am I even talking about this? Well, you know what? I get up real early in the morning. I check my stuff. Record some stuff for my Connect Pal site, the Raw Brotherhood, and I was I check my emails and bank accounts and check all my virtual traps, right? So I check my Facebook at least twice a day, but I check it early in the morning because a lot of people hit me up there, and somebody had tagged me in this post, and it was the post was like I forget I should have wrote down what exactly it said, but they said so it's like something to the effect that this COVID-19 is going to make dating coaches go out of business, right? And somebody tagged me in it, right? They supposedly losing money and stuff. And Mr. Lucario, somebody must have tagged him or something, but he was going back and forth with some people. And I just said I had noticed a dip in money with this COVID thing, right? But then, that whole dating coach thing, because you got people doing hangouts and talking all this stuff about dating coaches and stuff. And even though, people call me a dating coach, I say I'm more of a sex coach anyway, right? But the bottom line is it ain't going anywhere. It ain't going nowhere for one simple reason. The reason why men will listen to dating coaches, get the services of dating coaches is one fucking reason. Sex. Sex. Look, I'm going to tell you something now. And Cousin T-Tar had pointed this out. Shout out Cousin T-Tar. He basically said there's three things that will always make money on this planet: sex, drugs, and those drugs are legal or illegal, like caffeine and sugar are drugs. Anything addictive, right? And guns to protect the operation. If you're doing something in one of those three fields, you're gonna make money. Now, just focus on the sex field. There was I just saw something briefly about some issues with some credit cards or somebody not supporting Pornhub, right? That's a lot of money there. Why people checking out Pornhub? Sex. Why is the porn industry? Sex. I was watching something. This Is Life with Lisa Ling, and it was an episode talking about these massage parlors with like these Chinese women and stuff. Sex. Streetwalkers, sex. OnlyFans, sex. Men want to get sex. That's just the bottom line. If somebody at least represents themselves as someone who can tell them how to get sex, they're going to get some attention. The only issue with dating coaches is who's good and who's not. That's the only issue. But the industry, it's going to stay there. It's going to stay there. People going to pay. It just depends on how much they pay. And seriously, and that's the only thing. And one thing I will say about that, somebody should always weigh what people are saying. Because even what I always say, go out and look at what I'm talking about. And really, I'm just giving the surface. Y'all know me. In fact, I got an on-demand video coming out later today, which is going to be into sex. It's going to be talking about the types of men women want sexually. And that's going to be out later today, right? I just got to go home and edit it and everything. I already recorded, just got to edit, put the nice music to it. All right? But, seriously, that's how you make money. When I first came out with my book, Nice Guys and Players, a professional marketer actually looked at it, right? Which, incidentally, I didn't have to pay 1 penny for marketing. But somebody saw me say, I'm in the market. I know how stuff sells and everything. He paid for a copy and then he contacted me. He said, you say a lot of like good stuff in here. But the reality is people just going to buy it when you talk about getting the sex. Indeed, if you look at most of my materials got something to do with either a man developing himself for sex or sexual dynamics. Like on my Patreon, at the $20 level, I specifically talk about sexual dynamics. It's all about sex out here. Even when I talk about select and non-select, right? That's a sexual hierarchy. Select are the men who are generally going to get sexual attention from women. Non-select are the men who are generally not going to get sexual attention from women. And the reality is, even a non-select, they can still get some, a little bit, tiny bit, right? Because look, here's the thing: men want sex, and women out here trying to fuck like a motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you what, on my IG, I follow a lot of women, and all they talking about is sex. In fact, I actually get female clients. What do you think we talk about? We might talk about that little thing. I'm gonna be real. We don't be talking about getting some man with money or something like that. Shit, these women be actually making money. I say after they'll hit me up. I'll talk a little bit. They say something about a guy. All I like to do is say, how's the sex? They like it's lousy. Boom. Seriously. Got women friends and stuff. Shoot, I got some friends who, let's just say, they doing some similar stuff to OnlyFans. Because men want it. In fact, I was talking to one friend. She might see this. Right? Well, I'll say this much. I ain't gonna call her name. Baby, don't get mad but I'm just gotta point this out. Me and her talking on the phone. She in some sex program where all she gotta do is text back and forth with somebody. Just text some nasty shit. Not even nasty shit. So she texting while we talking. I say, shit, let's keep that motherfucker on the phone for a while. Seriously. Men want sex out here. Only way a dating coach is going to go out of business is a particular one is if his information just don't work. And like I said, the industry itself is going to be there, right? It's just a matter how good someone is in it. I'm gonna speak for myself now. I've been doing this since the late 90s. And if you look at my program, what do I say? If a man got at least one of three things, he can pretty much get some women. And getting women, let's be real, fellas. Y'all know y'all ain't doing all this and stuff just to like have sip tea with a woman. Or take it to Ruth Chris, like, oh yeah, that's what you enjoy. Shoot. Even when you dating a woman, you trying to get sex. So, if you look at my program, I focus on mainly three things. Now I might say it in different ways. Of course, everybody know about the body game, right? That's why I say get your best physique. That's the main thing that turns on a woman. Everybody be saying all this other shit, but I know I got 20 years. I know. Shit. I've had very few women who say, oh, Rob, you're so handsome. But they always say something about my body or my body build. Even now. I weigh more than I did, when I was 25. But I put it like this. I'm built like a football player now. Women who like me like football players. So, physique. In fact, there was somebody who played for the Washington football team. He was like 6 feet, about 230. And I weigh between like 235 and 240. And I'm 1 inch under 6 feet. So I'm looking at him like, damn, I ain't too far off this dude. Right? And even now, part of that was I'm bulking and shit right now. I'm just bulking. Eating a little bit more right now. I'll start cutting about March or something. But I'm purposely bulking. I'm throwing up the weights. But the whole point is, shit, it works for me, the physique, right? So that's one of the main things I talk about. Shit, that's one of the main things. In fact, if you take an honest look at the men that women will pay for sex for, they like their physiques, right? So I tell men that, just some basic shit. I'm putting you on diesel game. I'm putting you on that same game that male OnlyFans got and like strippers got and dancers or gigolos got. And the main thing is their body. Even athletes, when women going crazy over athletes, half the time, yeah, they might know what's going on sports wise, but they be checking out the men's bodies, right? And then I say charisma. That's just connecting. Some people might not have that body, but if they at least got some charisma, can connect to a woman emotionally, right? And then just being masculine. Shit, that masculine piece is very key. Shit, even if you average looking or something and quiet, You truly masculine. Like, women feel that shit, though they get turned on. And one word go with that, and I'll probably do another podcast or video on that. Vitality. In fact, I just can't remember the name. Right? But if you got at least one of those three things, you gonna get pussy. If you got all three, you don't get no peace. Right? But that's always been my thing, just the natural blueprint, natural shit. Because if you take an honest look at the guys getting the pussy and shit, they really don't be, they just be themselves. They be sitting back, be in a restaurant or something, just trying to eat their buffalo wings in peace. Right? But that's the whole thing. What is all that for? Sex. But you get some people thinking, oh, they're going to lose money. Especially like about COVID. I'm like, dude, everybody, these women still fucking out here, man. These women, let's put it like this. I didn't miss any sex during COVID. Hell, I'm trying to chill out I'm trying to go in monk mode for a couple months, because that's what I do for spiritual reasons every year. And I got a ton of women. I say I got about 3 or 4 women hitting me up. I ain't heard from them. They hitting me up. In fact, I did some on my members only side on here. If y'all want to see what I talk about there, I get more personal. I said I was trying to go into monk mode and shit. I was like, all of a sudden I'm getting hit up. Shit. So if a 55-year-old man who don't look on the surface like he money, and technically not 6 feet, if I can still get sex out here, shit, everybody else can. But see, a lot of guys, one of the problems with it, a lot of guys ain't getting any, but they think that shit universal. Or they think their views represent the universe. Man, there's 4 billion men in this world. All I'm going, look, you going to get a lot who, for whatever reason, want to pull back, don't want to do anything, but the reality that we having babies out this motherfucker. Somebody fucking. Shit. This young man I'm real cool with that work at a local store. I saw him, I say, damn, that baby and stuff. Just had a baby during all of this. Indeed, some people have been following me for years, man. They should be calling me Godfather Rom, like literally. Having babies off my advice and shit, man. But the bottom line was sex. If anybody, like, you get some people calling about they want to shut somebody down, well, it ain't like I said, if it's somebody just really bad, they get bad advice, you don't have to ask it. Nobody ain't gonna like pay for it. They gonna go out of business on their own. But as long as somebody wants sex, and as long as you got, see, I'm gonna tell you what, one of the problems we got just in this overall culture, young men are just thrown out there, or they do something stupid like watching porn or something like that. It ain't like it's taught in school. Like in indigenous cultures, when young men went through rites of passage, they were actually taught sexual skills. Especially in like Africa, some of them be like schooled by an older woman on what to do in the bedroom. Seriously, you get those rites of passage, they make sure they know, because they knew how important that shit was. They make sure that young people knew what the fuck to do in the bedroom. We ain't taught that. We get some basic shit, but nobody's really taught like how to be in a relationship, or to really get sex, really how to seduce a woman sexually or turn her on. And that's what, in general, that's what we try, and everybody got different ways. And I'll just say this straight up. Even what I see, a lot of times I don't really talk about much on here. I don't really talk about much on here as far as sex, because I don't really get into it. As far as that, because a lot of people ain't ready for it. Oh shit. Damn, that mask is still there. Yo, I ain't dropped the mask off in this parking lot 2 days ago. I ain't dropped the mask off as I was getting in my car. That joint's still right there. I'm about to throw it in the trash, just, because apparently they don't clean this parking lot. But anyway, right? No, seriously, sex. Seriously. Seriously, you got some dudes talking about, we're going to shut them down. I'm going to tell you something now. Let me share something about me. Okay, I started like in, My book, Nice Guys and Players, the current version was published in 2000, but I actually had an earlier version published in 1999, and even before that, had a pamphlet version published in 1997. Right? So I went and told my stuff, but then see the thing about me, the only reason I published Nice Guys and Players, people had to convince me. I had another book that I have out now, a work of fiction called Starting from Zero, right? And I was ready to publish that at the time. But I had to just go with one, because back then, when we were talking about publishing, it ain't like it is now. Somebody can just go on Amazon or something and do print on demand. You had to have a few $1,000s. So I said, okay, I'll put it in here. People kept asking for it, right? But even then, around I say from 2005 to 2013, I didn't really push my books that much. I didn't push the relationship books. The reason why, because my main thing is writing fiction. Even now, the next book I write will probably be fiction. Now, I got 3 fiction books out. I already got 3 fiction books out. Starting from Zero, The Sankofans, and Those Eyes. And I probably have a sequel to Those Eyes, right? That's my main thing. So, I kind of pulled back from any relationship stuff. I mean, I still did it. Only thing I would do, I might do, during that time, I would still, maybe if somebody wanted me for a seminar or something like that, panel, and that's the only thing I did, but I didn't advertise, I ain't push it, anything. I was working on my other shit, working on doing some other stuff, right? People pulled me back into this. Seriously, people pulled me, men and women pulled me back into it, See, people, look, here's the thing. This is always going to be in business. Like I said, three things that's always going to make money in this damn world. I don't care how you look at sex, drugs, and guns to protect the operation. You get in one of those 3, all you have to do is just be good at it. So, you get these people, they want, and really, let's be real, a lot of times when somebody want to poo-poo on a profession, they ain't about the profession. They just got something against whoever teaching it or whoever doing it. But here's the thing. If you have a problem with it, don't fuck with it. I'll tell anybody got a problem with any of my shit, don't watch me. Like I had one time somebody said, well, why should I buy your stuff? I don't know. You see what I talk about. If nothing I say resonate with you, don't buy it. I don't hard sell nobody. I don't hard sell nobody. I only want the wolves. And I've said that several times. I only want the wolves. If I got a hard sell, I ain't doing that. I worked in sales. If you got hard sell somebody, it's not worth the effort. It really ain't. Because if you got hard sell them, then you got to hold their hand and shit. If something I say don't resonate with you, don't watch. And plus, even then, even what I'm saying, though, publicly, shit, that's just the surface. People know I go into tantra and everything. So, but I just want to share. People got to ask them, you ain't going to shut down sex. If you want to if you really want to shut down like the industry or anything like that, shut down sex. Or if you think you can do better, okay, tell these motherfuckers how they can actually get laid. Not theory either. Because that's all these motherfuckers want. So, I just wanted to share that. Because to me, like I said, anytime it's something that I'm trying to walk away from, and still, even in the future, I'm going to be real with you. I'm just going to have the books out there, just let them sell. I got shit out there selling. Y'all know, so I don't advertise her. I don't even ask y'all to, so I don't really even ask anybody to buy my shit. But my thing is, shoot, I want to be one day writing one of those movies or something that'll be on Amazon Prime or Netflix. That's my goal. So I'm going to be working. I got some stuff. Got notes for some fiction. That's what I want to be known for 10 years from now. People going hey, Ron did relationship stuff too. Yeah, but, this book is in its 50th printing or something. Or, he wrote that TV series. That's me. But shit, people keep asking for it. You know why? Because they want that woman to back that thing up. So anyway, that's all I got for now. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.